All right, Michael, it's been 4 years since the Kiwis played an international fixture in New Zealand. How excited are the players about playing Australia at Mount Smart?
Oh, they're really excited. I've been very lucky to get around to a lot of the players, the more senior guys and the younger guys, and the potential guys to play in that test match. And there's a real excitement about getting the boys back into that Kiwi jersey. They're really keen to take the jersey back to the heights that everyone wants, and I think the fact that it's been 4 years now since they've played Australia in Auckland, it's going to be an enormous game, and they're expecting a sellout crowd, and I know the passion of the Kiwi people. I'm looking forward to seeing the boys run out and everyone get behind them.
How important is it that we do take a game back there, considering the rugby hype in New Zealand?
Yeah, I've spent a fair bit of time now since I've been in the role, moving around sort of New Zealand, and especially with the way the Warriors are going. You can see there's a real buzz right through New Zealand, but especially in Auckland. So I think to be able to take a game back to all the people and the fans, I think it's going to be enormous for everyone back home, or back in New Zealand, I should say, in and around the space of rugby league. And the growth of rugby league's a big part of what we as Kiwis and players are looking forward to grow and create pathways for these younger guys coming through, because I think there's always room for the two games there.
The Kiwis will play Tonga in next year's NRL international window. How do you think Kiwi fans are going to react to this?
I think it again is going to be an enormous game. Obviously, everyone knows the history of what's happened with the two countries, but I'm looking forward to that one. It's obviously being able to bring the best of Tonga and New Zealand together, and I think it's going to make for one hell of a game. Obviously, the fans get right behind these games, and to get the Kiwi jersey back in the crowd is something that we want to instill.
There would be no lack of emotion in that match.
Yeah, I did watch the game when they played against Tonga, and the sound that you could hear coming through just the TV, let alone actually being there, and for a lot of people that were there, said it was one of the most incredible atmospheres they've ever had at a game of rugby league. So those are the sorts of things that we're going to be able to create. But us, as the Kiwi team, we're looking forward to getting a real good, strong performance when that time comes. But obviously our focus at the moment is very much around the Australian game.
Awesome. Some players faced with a tough decision whether to play for Tonga or New Zealand. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a really interesting one, this one. I think since my time sort of coming into this role, I think New Zealand definitely needs to be credited for the growth of rugby league. I think the fact that there's Tongans, Samoans, and living in and around New Zealand and providing the pathways for those young kids coming into the country is something very special. And I think New Zealand probably haven't been credited enough for being able to develop a lot of those younger kids. But for us, it's really about those guys that want to represent the Kiwi jersey, and those that jump into that jersey. We're looking forward to making sure we represent all the people of New Zealand when the time comes.
And does it, it's sort of out of your control if a player does want to represent Tonga. It comes down to the player's choice, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think the younger guys or the younger boys have a choice, and I think that's very special for the international game. I'm very passionate around the international game since I've got a lot more of an understanding around it now, and I think for pathways for young kids from all islands, New Zealand have been a real instigator of being able to provide those pathways. So for the young kids to come through the juniors and then obviously branch off into where they'd like to play is something special, but they all come from that Kiwi jersey. So I think it's very special for all those young men, and obviously the guys that move forward into the international arena, they represent their families and their country.
Love it. With Tonga's growing place in the international game, playing Australia and New Zealand within 8 months, how special will this be for the growth of the game?
I think especially for New Zealand, I think it's going to be a big part of growth of rugby league right through the whole country. The fact that there's a lot of work being done in the background around the international game to grow that, and I know the NRL are taking real pride in being able to help that growth throughout the game. So I think if we can continually work hard at building that international game, I think those young men are going to have more opportunities, and I think that's one thing that the game provides is great opportunity for young men and women now. The fact that we've got three games in our test match coming up. Obviously the girls with the Kiwi Ferns and the young junior Kiwis. We're going to have 3 of our international teams playing on the same day against Australia. I think it's huge for the game, and also the growth of where rugby league's going within New Zealand.
Great. I was just thinking, I've got to remind you to talk about it. You're all
I got
over
it, yeah.
Where do you think the Tongans' strengths lie?
Yeah, I think my focus will be very much around the boys that come into the Kiwi jersey. Look, I've got a very big focus for those boys to perform for each other and perform for obviously your country. So, there's going to be strengths in the forwards. They're big men, and obviously, they're going to have their own attributes. But I think I'm going to have a big focus around our team of being about doing your job for your teammate and representing that jersey, because you've got a lot of people that will be watching, family members, all the great supporters. That's going to be a big part of how we grow that Kiwi jersey.
So when you saw Tonga and New Zealand play each other last year, what did you think needed to be improved for New Zealand?
I can't give away too many secrets, but look, I've had a lot of good discussions with a lot of players, and right from Roger to Jesse Bromwich to Big Nelson, they're all great kids, and I'm really looking forward to sitting down with the boys when they come into camp and design the way we're going to play. There's a lot of quality across the park, but it's about bringing that quality together to create the team, and it's doing what's right for your teammates at moments in time throughout a game, and if they do that for each other, then I'm sure that the results will sort themselves out.
Australian Kangaroos need to watch their backs, don't they? How will the Tongan supporters impact the atmosphere at the game next year?
Well, we saw in the last time that they played, it was quite spectacular. A lot of red jerseys, but look, I think for all the Kiwi fans, I think it's up to us to make sure that we get those Kiwi jerseys in that stand as well when the time comes. But look, it's great for the game. I think the spectacle of what I was able to observe, and I think for the people that were there, said it was incredible. So it's going to be a moment in time where we're all looking forward to when that time comes.